Hello. We have both YouTube and Facebook Live going strong and still time to spare before we begin the core conditioning tonight. All right. So just starting early to give people an opportunity to get ready and to let them know that this is happening. So this is a weekly class we're doing online. Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. I try and come on about 2 or 3 minutes early, and I talk about the weekly schedule. I give some tips as to what we might need for class. I basically, give some information, but also just kill time so that people can see that we're live. And then at 6 o'clock on the dot, we start to train. So anyway, if you would like to play some music, you can scroll through my page. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't have a Facebook, check me out on Instagram, Gabriel Benjamin 108, and you can see the playlist I put out on Spotify. That's Gabriel Reese Benjamin on Spotify. You can see that on Facebook. It's on my page. There's a playlist tonight. It's called simply Core Wednesday 325. I believe that's the correct date. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you can cue that up. However, for core, I make the playlist designed to start once we work out, like once we get to the hard part of the workout. So in this class, we warm up for about 10 minutes or so. We warm down for about 10, 15 minutes. And then the middle part is a very good workout and it escalates to a hard crescendo. So get the music ready, but don't play it. I'll tell you when we're done with more of the sort of easy workout, the easy warm up. It includes a couple strengthening things, but then when we're ready to get the planks going and all the reclined work that makes you sweat, then that's when you play the music. And yeah, it goes right into it. It should be good. And then it's chill at the end for the warm down. There's even a funny parody song by Michael Bolton that you all can enjoy. So anyway, welcome to Wednesday Night Core here on the other side of the Rodeo Gulch Creek in Studio G. We're going strong on week 2, sheltering in place and continuing to do what we normally do, just in a slightly different fashion, using the virtual world to maintain our yoga and fitness and training. So thank you so much for joining. Let me make sure I can get my arms lifted. Yeah. So on Facebook, my hands are going to get cut off a little bit. Most of the important stuff for you to see is going to be on the ground. All right. So be that as it may, let's go ahead and take a stance that's healthy for the core. When the feet are even, and the legs are more even, the hips are more even, and your spine can be healthier and straighter. You draw in the abs a little bit, the chest is open, and you let your arms drop, and you just take a moment to notice how it feels standing up really tall. All right, so we're tall in the spine. We're going to continue good posture and awareness of the core. We lift the arms a bit and twist side to side. Good. Relax the arms, roll out the shoulders. Looping out the shoulders. Both directions. Rolling out the wrists. Both directions. And rolling out the hips. We're going to do a few each way. Feet together. Rolling out the knees. Do about 3 or 4 each way. A little crunchies out of the knees. That's it. And then stand tall. Go ahead and lift the arms up and weave the fingers. Push up through the palms. Bend and extend the arms. Drawing into the abs. And switch which hand is leading. Push up and now stretch side to side. And come back to center and relax the arms. Stick some weight under the right foot. Open the left leg and the arms. Do a little shooting star position. And then come back to center. Other side. Come back to center. Open the left leg. And then wobble a bit. Open and close the arms. And other side. Open, draw in, open out, and repeat. This is a little bit strengthening, but this is still the easy warm-up. So no music yet. Just wait. It's coming. Lots of good things are coming. Lots of planks and things. Yeah. Okay, toe touches. Arms up, stomach in, and then touch down. And straighten the back. Stand up, arms up, stomach in, touch down. And straighten the back, stand up, arms up, stomach in, touch down. Flat back, super important. You might need to bend the knees to stand up with the flat back. One more time, stand up, touch down. Now let's take a dog stretch. So walk the hands and feet back. Lift the hips high. And go ahead and pedal the legs. Pedaling the legs and push into the hands. And when you're done with pedaling the legs, let's roll out the back. So take the knees on the ground and roll out the back. Lower all the way. And inhale, lift just with the back strength, just a little bit. And exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. And come on down. Use the core. Come on up. And push back, dog stretch. Walk or jump up. Feet to hands. Fold over the legs. Then straighten the back. And stand up straight. Bring the arms up and then bend the elbows for a reverse stretch. Nice little release on the triceps. Extend the arms and bend. And do that 3 more times. Arms extend and bend. Just warming up the triceps. Not getting a deep stretch there yet. We can do this later. We're getting loosened up, and this is going to help the triceps and the shoulders not be as fatigued when we do things, nice fun things like side plank. All right, arms up, and then touch down. Dog stretch again. And lifting the right leg. And switching sides. Alternate the sides. Knees down. And go ahead and lengthen through the spine and lift the knees just a little bit. Loading cat. And then knees down. Take a breath and then do that again. Lift the knees just a little bit. If your back hurts, lift the knees more. Otherwise, have the knees close to the ground. And that will strengthen the core more. And then back to dog stretch. And knees down. And one more time, have neutral back and take the floating cat. We lift the knees just a little bit and hover. A lot of times we do this 3 times. This is the 3rd time. On Monday we did it 3. And tonight we might do more than 3. Let's come back to dog. And then knees down. And lengthen through the spine. Big lateral flexion when you press the ribs to the right and then the left. And do that a couple times on each side. And then tucking the toes under. 4th time, floating cat. You lift the knees a bit, and you're squeezing the core, push into the hands. Come back to dog stretch. And knees down. Come to neutral, and then lift the knees the 5th time. 5th, floating cat. We're getting close to being done with the warm-up. So, are you feeling warm? Is it working? Do you want this to be the last round? Yell yes into the camera if you do. Say, let me hear you. Let me hear you from a distance. Say it. Or say, give me more. Give me more. Do you want more? Should we do a 6th one or is 5 enough? Is 5 enough? I think 5's enough. Okay, good. Take dog stretch. Push back. And then come to the top of the mat. Top of the mat. Fold down. Stand up straight. Arms up. Arms down. And you can go ahead and play the music. If you haven't joined yet, I put a playlist in my page. So go ahead and find the playlist. You can start the music at any point. We're going to bend the knees just a little bit. Lift the arms just a little bit. And then bend the knees a little more. Keep the abs in. Come up. And then bend the knees more. Come up. And bend the knees more. And come up. Keep weighting the heels. We're getting heat going in the legs, but also wanting to work the glutes. So keeping weight in the heels helps you to do that. And then next time up, arms up, and touch down. Go ahead and walk back. Dog stretch. And taking the first plank of the night. Plank. Shoulders above the wrists and the legs very strong. Back to dog stretch. And again, plank. Dog stretch. 3 more planks. Come forward, shoulders above the wrists. Dog stretch. And again, plank. Dog stretch. When you take plank, you want to just be above the wrist. Don't go too far forward. Your back should be flat. Don't sink. But do lower just the right amount. Keep the legs lifting and the low abdomen lifting in plank. Plank again. There we go. Back to dog stretch. 1 more plank. And knees down. Lower all the way. Take the right arm overhead. Roll to the side. Actually, do the side, whatever the side helps you to see the picture the best. And we're going to lift the top leg. Keep the leg in line with the other leg. And keep the foot facing sideways. So if I turn my foot up, I can go way high, but it doesn't strengthen the core that much. We're working on targeting the gluteus medius. And now next time you lift the leg, just lift it halfway. And then lower it a bit, lift it a bit, and lower, and lift. Lower, lift, repeat. Just these micro movements to really get some good fatigue in the core, the lateral core, right? This is a very good metaphor for how little actions can really add up, right? So like, we do this enough, it will be a brutal workout, even though it seems like a very simple activity, right? And I think we're good for now. Let's switch the sides. Switch the sides and lift the leg. You can lift it high, but keep the foot facing the sideways and track with the other foot. So if you move the foot forward and turn it up, you can lift way higher, but it doesn't really strengthen you. So don't get fooled by how high you lift by cheating. Keep the feet in line and both feet facing sideways, and that will strengthen the gluteus medius quite a bit. And lift a bit, then lower, lift, lower, lift, and repeat. Now we're doing these little micro movements. Sorry I'm facing away, but I hope you enjoyed the view. I got a great view out of the oak forest back there. And come on down. Lift up, take a plank, and then put the knees on the ground and lift the legs. Knees on the ground. Lift the legs. Knees down. Lift the legs. Knees down. Lift the legs. Knees down. Do this about 4 more times. See how the back stays flat, the hips lift a bit, but not too much. They lower a bit, but not too much. There's not that much difference in the form between having the knees down and the legs lifting. You want the knees to land very softly and lift really smoothly. And then take a dog stretch. Let's go ahead and step the right foot up, really slow, crescent lunge. Come on up and sit low. If your back hurts, you can have the knee bending, but if you can keep it super strong and the front thigh low, do that. Bring the arms up and then take a half lower. Hold the thigh for support, lift, and then do 2 rounds of the full bow, or keep doing half lower and come down and up and down
and up. And then plank again. Here we are, just pause. Practice the pause, right? If you're feeling angry with me for doing plank again, just practice the pause. And consider that however angry you are with me now, you'll probably be much more angry with me later. So practice the pause and control your anger. And push back to a dog stretch. And then step the left foot up, very light. So you're using the core to not rush the movement. That's good. Come up. Maybe you need to be a little bit bowed in the back leg, but if you can keep it razor sharp and really long, that's good. Bring the arms up or hold the thigh. Take a half lower, and then lift. Do a full bow. Come on up. Do another full bow. And then lift. And hands down. Plank. And let's come back to that knee movement. We're lowering, lifting, lowering, and lifting. Lowering, lifting. 2 more. That's it, very good. 1 more. Knees fully lift. And then take the left knee to the left arm and switch sides. And then take the left knee to chest, then the right. Left knee to the right arm and the right knee to the left arm. Then push back, take dog stretch. Lightly hop up. And bring the hands on the hips and stand up and draw in the abdominal muscles. Lift the right knee and point the ankle. Extend the leg and release. Lift the left knee, point the ankle, extend the leg, and release. Now we'll go ahead and take some squats. Have the feet about as wide as the mat. You don't have to turn. I just want to face you when I can. So you see you're a little wider than the hips with the feet. Hold the hands like this or pull the arms apart. Do little squats at first. And if your knees feel okay and you can keep your shoulders relatively above the hips, you keep weight in the heels, do deep squats or medium squats. Any level of squat that's working for you. Yeah. We'll switch the grip and pull. Keep pulling on the hands. All the pulling helps to counterbalance all the pushing that we do in plank, handstand, other things. That's good. And go ahead and stand up, shake out the hands a bit. And arms up, hands down. Plank again. Here we are in plank again. Yeah. If you'd like, lift the right foot just a little bit. Yeah, put it down. Lift the left foot just a tad. And then put it down. And right knee on the ground. Open the left arm. Come on down. Plank again. Left knee on the ground. Open the right arm. Come on down. Plank. Dog stretch. And either walk up and sit down at the top of the mat or jump to cross-legged. Legs come through. Bend the knees and take a VC where you lift the knees, the chest, and extend the arms. Stay like this, where you can keep the knees high, extend the legs, VC, and low position, low VC, and lay all the way down, and just catch your breath. Go ahead. Take right knee into chest, hug it in a bit, and then switch to the left knee. Left knee to chest, hug it in. And then release. Now, without using the hands, bring both knees to chest and extend the legs out. Both knees to chest and extend the legs out. If your back hurts, it might be better for you to have the legs extending high. Otherwise, you have the feet going all the way down to the ground. And if you can keep the feet together, that's the best for the core. But if they need to be wide, just keep the legs working evenly, and that'll be fine. Stay steady. We'll do a few more of these. And knees to chest. Give yourself a little break, a little rest. Rest is good. And take hands behind the head. Extend the right leg. Take the right elbow to the left knee, and then holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Elbow to knee, opposite leg, very extended, so you're really toning through that leg as well as toning the core. So that's 3, 2, 1. That was about 5. Good. Come back to knees to chest. A little breath. And then hands behind the head. Again, extend the right leg, right elbow, left knee. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. And then go back and forth. Continuous movement, side to side. Good. And release. Put the feet on the ground. Now we're going to want to give the hips a rest. So have the feet together, the knees open. And knees lift, legs extend. And we'll do some scissors. So lift the right leg and then lower and lift the left and switch. And knees to chest. Now let's go ahead and gradually make ourselves upright. So, come back to the hands and knees. I actually have a clock tonight, although I'm low on batteries, so we'll see if this works. A lot of times we do plank at the end, kind of a long plank. We're still pretty early in, but we'll go ahead and do one for time. So let's go ahead and start the time and start our plank. And we'll see about doing at least a minute. What do you think? Should we do 60 seconds, 90 seconds, or 120 seconds? Right? Victory to the highest bidder. We'll see. I mean, I can't see the comments from here anyway, so I'll choose the time, but ultimately you'll choose everything you do, right? If you don't want to do this, don't do it. If you'd like to do more than what I do, then feel free, all right? So we're about 30 seconds in, and we're going for at least a minute, maybe 75 seconds. I know me saying all these things is kind of annoying, but if it's quiet, it's much harder, so I'm just sort of talking you through it. Remember to use the legs, have a flat back, lift out of the shoulders, push strong in the hands. If your wrists hurt, don't have your shoulders as far forward. Some people teach to have the shoulder forward. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. All right, getting close to a minute. Let's go for 75 seconds. You down for 75? 75, staying alive? All right, we're getting close. It is going to be the last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. That was a solid long plank. And I think it's good to get that out of the way rather than do it at the end when we're practically delirious. Maybe we're feeling a little tight in the hip flexors now. So let's do another crescent set. Right foot steps up. Step lightly so you're making the core strong. Stand up tall. Do another bow sequence. Sit low. Firm the back leg and then do a bow. Come up. And then pass through a star shape. Keep your abs in. Switch to the other side. Keep the back leg wide enough. Crescent. Do a bow. Crescent. Pass through a star shape. Face the front. Takes a little fancy footwork. And we'll do one more bow. Come on up. And if you'd like, add the push-up. Use the core, hug in, and then back to dog stretch. Next, with the left foot up, left foot stepping up, crescent, practically a vacation compared to a long plank, right? Okay, do a bow and come up. Do a spin, pass through a star shape. This is a chance to knit the core. So you draw it in, and that makes your spin a little less wobbly. Do a bow, come up, make a spin, draw into the core, star shape position, spin and center the back leg. Sometimes you move the back foot over, the front foot over, so you're not too narrow. Do one more bow, come on up, and then a push-up. If you'd like, skip it. Otherwise, squeeze the abs as you lower, especially when you lift. And we're back in the dog stretch. And lift the right leg high. Bring the knee to the elbow. Lift the leg high. Knee to nose, round the back, tuck the chin. Lift the leg high. Knee to opposite arm. And lift the leg high. And switch sides. Lift left leg. Left knee. Left arm. And come up. Knee to nose. And come up. Knee to opposite arm. And come on up. And feet down. And look up. And jump forward, cross-legged, or slowly walk up and sit down. Come on up. Legs come through, hips back a bit. Lift the chest. Knees high, chest high. Hold the ground with the legs, otherwise take the VC. You can also just leave the knees bent. Otherwise keep lifting, making the thumbs up. Gives us a little bit more positive energy, allows us to lift the knees and the chest. So we keep that lift, we lift our spirits. And then lower and look at the toes. And then kick arms and legs. There you go. And we're just floating here, floating down the river, right? And with great sound effects, we'll collapse with relief and exhaustion. Woo. Remember to let it out. Good. And we've got a little bit more reclined work to do. So bend the legs. Point the right foot, extend. They do 5 crunches. Arms extend out. Tuck the chin. 1, count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Release. And lift the left leg. Point the leg. And arms extend. Curl on up for 5. So 5, with me now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay. We do that same thing, but this time with the option of lengthening the bottom leg, and we're going to do 7. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lift the left leg. Option to lengthen the bottom or keep it as it was. And we'll do 7, starting at 1. So 1, curl in, count with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good. Knees to chest. And holding the knees to chest. And extend the legs. Maybe have the hands under the hips. And lower the legs and lift. And repeat. Keep the feet together if you can. But if you need to lift, go ahead. You need to have them parted, I mean. Lift with control and lower without rushing. So you feel all those muscles really working and developing and being aware of those muscles. All right, good. Knees to chest. Give yourself a little rest. Here's one that's good. You can have the feet down, make the feet wide, and bend the knees in case the sacrum feels a little sore. If you want to stretch your neck, you can hold the back of the head. Don't force it too much, but you might be able to get a couple good pops by tucking up. And come down. Bring the feet together. Extend the legs. Let's do one more set of the scissors. So left leg up, and then left leg down as the right leg lifts, and repeat scissoring. Next time you lift the right leg, bend it to chest. Bring both knees to chest. And hold the back of the legs. And rock on up. And switching sides. Go ahead and extend the right leg and lift just as high as the hip about. Lift the left arm. And switching the sides. Extend the left leg. Lift. Firming the leg. And then extending the right arm. Yeah. Come on down. Let's see if we still have some juice in the stopwatch. All right, we're going to do a reset. Question, would I be an asshole if I made you do a long plank again? Is the answer yes? Yikes. I guess that means I'm an asshole because I'm starting the timer and we're going to do at least 60 seconds. I dare you to raise me to 75 or 90. We'll see how it goes. But here's the real thing. I'm not the asshole. You're making yourself hold plank, right? Take responsibility for what you're choosing to do. It's your choice to chime in, and it's your choice to hold plank. And if you'd like to not do this, it's a great idea. You can rest. We've still got more great things to do as a workout later. Plank's not everybody's thing. It just happens to be my thing, right? I do think plank is one of the best ways to strengthen the core, right? If you disagree with me, that's fine, but my method of winning arguments is challenging people to a plank off, and I typically always win. So if you'd like to challenge me to a plank off, then that would be lovely. Let's do it. We can film it. We can film me taunting you as I beat you in the plank off. Does that sound good? Not really? That's okay. Okay, we're getting close to 75. We have 5 more seconds. So if you're doing this, that's great. If you've rested, that's also great. Don't worry about it. I just talked you through it. Push back, dog stretch. That was awesome. Good job. Very good. I was just joshing you a bit just to help pass the time. A little bit of anger can fuel the fire sometimes. We can let all that go now. We can all be friends. Here's something that'll feel nice. Here's something that will make us feel like friends again. Right arm under, knees down, left arm extends. And then switch sides. All right, very good. Let's come back, do a dog stretch, and then hop up to the top of the mat. Stand up straight, arms up, and arms down. Hands on hips, stomach in. Lift the right knee higher than the hip and extend the leg. Switch sides. Lift the left knee higher than the hip. Point the foot, extend the leg, and release. One more set of the squats. We'll just do the easy hand position for this. Squat a little bit, a few times. There you go. Squat deeply. If you like, keep weight in the heels. We're working on building up the posterior chain of the core. That's it. You're doing great. Doesn't it feel good not to be in plank? Even though squats are hard, we're mixing it up nicely. And that's why the body will respond really well by not overdoing one area, but rather mixing it up and then coming back to specific areas. Core is so dynamic, so many things to do to keep it strong. And you want it to be strong in the front, in the back, the high part, the low part, and the side part. So we're doing our part. Have the posterior core strong. Stretch out the hands a bit. All right, and then arms up and touch down. And we will do plank again, just briefly. You can put your right knee down. Otherwise, kickstand, left arm up, and then come down. Other side, kickstand, opposite arm up, keep the hips up, and come down. And feet together. Or do kickstand or do knee down. Left arm up, draw in the abs. And if you've got the juice, come down slowly and do a push-up. Slowly. And come on up. Other side. Come on down. And if you've got the juice, do a push-up. Squeeze the core, use the legs. And then dog stretch. That was great. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to walk up and sit down. Or hop, cross-legged, and extend. I'll do something a little bit more simple, but it's very strengthening if you do it enough. So hips back, sit up really straight, bring the arms up, sit up as straight as you can. Notice the strength and flexibility that this takes. It's more subtle at first, but the longer you hold, the more it becomes blatant. And we'll go ahead and have the hands down. Next, bending the knees, hips back a bit. Another VC, one of my favorites. Take the V, hold the ground, the legs or arms out. And what we're going to try and do is lower the legs as we lift the arms and come back to that L shape. Go from the V to the L in unison. Hey, that was pretty good. You did pretty good. I mean, I don't think you're recommended for the Olympic synchronized swimming team, but good news is Olympics have been postponed, so you have some time to train, and that was pretty good for starters. Good job. Okay, let's do the V one more time, but we're going to scoot up, knees high, chest high, and extend the arms. We're going to prepare to lay down, so go ahead and lay on down, but not quite. Take the low V, you're just hovering off the ground, and then arms wide, legs wide, come back, work the accordion. There you go. That's good. Good strengthening for the inner and outer hips as well as lots of other core muscles. And then lay all the way down. Catch your breath. And go ahead and bring the knees into chest. Knees into chest. And we're going to do one more set of the bicycles. Take the hands behind the head. Take left elbow right side. Extend the opposite leg. And go back and forth. Should be getting a good sweat on at this point, and that's great. So healthy for the body to sweat a little bit and work. If you're feeling overworked, don't worry about resting. Resting's a good thing. Otherwise, we'll do this a little bit more, probably about 15 more seconds. And we're cooked. Okay. Whew. Resting. Breathing. Feet to the ground. You may want to look up. If you don't know the eagle, we're going to do an eagle position of the legs. So you might just wrap once. You might be able to wrap twice or close to that. And then wrap the arms twice is the eagle. Now we're going to do eagle crunches. So let's do about 7, counting together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then keep the form, but lay back and rest for a couple breaths. And then we're going to do the eagle squeeze. Ready for the squeeze? Okay. Let's give us your squeeze for 10 counts. So squeeze in for 10. Count with me. 9, 8, 7, 6. A little bit more squeeze in your squeeze for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze it out. 2, 1, and release. Whew. Oh, all we've got is the next side to go. No problem. That's good. Wrap the other leg. If you can wrap it twice, do that. If you can't quite, just wrap once, 1.5 times. The arms are typically easier to wrap twice. Do what you can do. Don't sweat the small stuff. Let's do 7 crunches before we do our squeeze. Are you ready? Good. All right, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And take a little break. But keep the arms and legs wrapped. And now we're going to do our squeeze. If you need to rest instead, no problem. Don't feel bad about that. Keep training. You'll get stronger every week. But otherwise, we're going to squeeze and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze more if you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last bit of squeeze. Squeeze it out for 10 and release. Whew. Whew. You can even let out your favorite curse word or sound effect, your choice. Favorite dessert even. Fudge. Whew, that was hard. Fudge, that was hard. I hope there's some fudge waiting after class and a nice electrolyte drink to wash it down. All right, surely you're sweating now if you weren't already. Knees into chest. Hug it in and rock up. Switch. Back to hands and knees. And then this next movement, we've done it already. We're going to do it again. Extend the leg. So it extends the hip flexor, but it's also toning the hamstring and glute. So we're getting a little extension. Extend the other arm. And mainly, we're really working on muscle tone. And other side. Extend. Lift just as high as the glute. Lift the opposite arm just as high as the shoulder. Come on back. Take a dog stretch. Push back into the legs. Hips high. And one more plank. Put your right knee down and sweep the left arm over. You see how you're doing a side bend plank? We're going to do this in the full plank next. But first, make sure you're really watching what I'm doing. So not reaching up, no. Arms reaching over, and puff the ribs up to stretch the side more. So let's do that on the other side with the knee down. We're going to do knee down version first. This is a little bit strengthening, but mostly we're giving ourselves a chance to release the lateral muscles. And now, right hand down, normal plank, and then do a staggered leg position. So you start in the kickstand plank and then bring the arm over and lift the hips and the ribs more. Really stretching over, the hand reaching toward the floor, right? And then come on back. Other side. Enjoy the stretch as well as the developing the muscle tone, really working dynamically through the body here. And come on down. Slower all the way. Arms extend. Make sure there's room. Inhale, lifting arms and legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting arms and legs. Exhale, lower. Let's do 3 more. Lift and come down. Lift, really lengthen the limbs. Come down. Lift. Come down. Lift. And that's it. Release. Then bring the elbows back. We can do a nice little sphinx stretch. This will help us to not get too tight in our chest. And enjoy stretching a little bit. And come down. Use the core and lift. And push back. Dog stretch. And knees down. Now we're going to bring the hands together for a prayer position. Walk the legs way back and have the hips lower a bit so they're just level with the shoulders. And we'll do a prayer plank here, right? Our daily prayer for a stronger core. And this is nice because people who believe in both in God or just people who believe in science are proven right by this prayer. This prayer works for both God believers and atheists, right? Science proves it's very good for the core. There we go. And knees down. And since we had such a good time doing that, we're going to do another variation. Palms flatten and legs extend back, and the hips are not too high. So here we're no longer praying, but we still have the same beneficial effect of the last prayer we did. So there we go. Getting stronger all the time. Little laughter will strengthen the abdominal muscles. Sometimes I have students do their best, like villain, like evil laugh. You want to do evil laugh with me? There you go. That was fun. Let's keep holding a little bit more. And the Sphinx. Take that stretch. Enjoy that stretch. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Take the right foot up. Lengthen the back leg. Right arm up. Come on down. And switch sides. Left leg up. Twist. And come down. Dog stretch. Walk up and sit down or jump up. Legs through. BC. Very briefly. Low BC. And release all the way. All right. We've got one more reclined core work bit to do. This is the figure eight, often saved for last, ironically the hardest. Interesting how that works, right? Okay, feet together, go up to the right, down to the left, and up to the left and down to the right. Continue alternating this back and forth. Figure eight. Stop anytime, otherwise we'll go for about 15 more seconds. We're going to do both directions of the figure eight. So if you need to rest now, that's fine. We're going to empty the tank completely on the next side, the last direction. It's going to be the last bit of reclined work. And we'll find motivation in that by taking a little bit of rest first. A little bit of rest helps you to sharpen up and be strong for further effort to come. So go ahead and when ready, feet together, lift the feet just a tad, and go down to the left, up to the right, down to the right, up to the left. And repeat, reverse track of the figure eight. This is where we empty the tank. You put the pedal to the floor, and you go until there's no more gas. So, doesn't mean you go fast though. If you go at a medium pace, you work the hardest. That's how you really squeeze it out. We're working on squeezing out the last bit of core that we've got, so we can honestly say we squeezed out every single drop, right? Put a little bit more squeeze in your squeeze if you can. Let's do a couple more. Almost done. Almost there. Getting closer. And we're done. Good. Whew. That was good. Let's go ahead and bend the knees and bring the feet together and give your hips a rest. You want to stretch your chin toward the chest, not too rough, but maybe enough. You might get a couple little cracks. And release. Take knees to chest again. Come on up. Now let's go ahead and switch to facing the side and hop the feet apart. We'll take the right hand under the left side of the chest, bring the right arm up. Go on down, other side. Come on down. And put a bend in the knees. And come on up. Bring the legs closer. Turn the toes out. Take a horse stance. Stand and do that a few times to loosen up the groin. And then bend. And knees widen. And keep holding the knees or bring the arms up. And you can, if you want to do more rest, you're taller. If you want to challenge, go really low for the last bit. And come on up and relax the arms. Slowly bring the feet together. And then we're going to stretch the right thigh. So stretch the right thigh. Lift the left arm. Come down halfway or touch the floor. Keep the heel against the glute. And come on up. Switching sides. Stretching. Other side. Knees together, hugging in. And drawing in the abs. Lift the right arm. Come down halfway. Ooh, it's hard. Yeah, come down halfway or fully. You might be able to touch the floor. You can do this against the wall. That's great. Keep the heel against the glute. Maybe bend the standing leg just a tad. And come on up. Yeah. Release. So that's a stretch. It's a little bit strengthening there. And we're done with the strengthening. We're going to do a warm down now. So take a squat position just to hold the stretch. We call this the athlete squat. And it's very good for the calves and the Achilles. It stretches your back and hips and your thighs a little bit. Some people really struggle with this, so you can have your feet wide as the mat, like lengthwise. I'm turned sideways just to talk to you, but as wide as the mat if your mat's facing forward, maybe a little wider. And if it's really killing you, just sit down, bring your feet together, open the knees out. That's called the butterfly stretch, and that's a good alternative. So we spend a little bit more time here. We got a lot of nice stretches to look forward to bring some blood flow to those muscles we just worked so hard and help cool down and not be as sore the next day. All right, let's carefully sit down. If you got this space, you're gonna widen out the legs. If your heels hurt and the floor is hard, you might want to be sideways on the padding. Make the legs wide. And then we're gonna stretch to the right leg. Maybe just holding the lower leg, but otherwise reaching and stretching. And come back to center and do the other side. And come back to center and bring the legs together. The next stretch we're going to do is called the swan stretch. So we're going to bring the right knee forward on the mat. The left leg extends back. If your knees really hurt, you can do a lunge or a cradle stretch instead. Otherwise, hold the swan. Lift a little bit. That helps to open the chest. Take a couple breaths. And then we're going to lay down in the swan. Maybe just part way, prop up on the arms or head on the arms, and eventually head down all the way, arms extend all the way. Just make sure you can relax and enjoy breathing into the stretch. And come on up. And switch sides. Swan stretch on the second side. And take forward bend. Come on up. Dog stretch. And knees down. We did this earlier, but it's good to do it again. We take the right arm under and extend. Lower the head and extend the opposite arm. Just really release that shoulder and tricep. You did so many good side planks tonight. You're going to be so strong after you recover from that. And this will help speed up the recovery process. So enjoy this. And just know that you really deserve it. Other side. And you're done with both sides. Let's come on up. If you can tuck your toes under and sit on your heels, it's an awesome stretch for your quads and your toes and your feet. But for a lot of people's knees or ankles, it's brutal. So sit differently if you like. But let's do another stretch for the arms. Right? This reverse prayer. It stretches through here, which is really nice. You keep knitting in the core and sitting up really tall. And release that. Bring the legs out from under. And stretch forward. You can't hold the feet, just hold the legs or bend the knees until you can. Bending the knees and stretching like this works great. Otherwise, the hips are back. So we stretch for recovery, but also part of why we stretch is this is a fitness class. And part of fitness is flexibility. So if you're completely strong in your muscles, but you're not flexible, you only have part of fitness. You want to have full fitness in your muscles, in your body. And stretching is both good for blood flow and recovery, and just maintaining that limber mobility that helps with a lot of different activities. So enjoy stretching a little bit. If you're struggling with stretching, just be patient and commit to stretching more often. Regularity and consistency is going to outweigh intensity most of the time. Just be patient and consistent. And we're going to do a couple stretches laying down, which people tend to really like. So we'll lay down and open the arms a little bit. Take the legs to the left. This is a really nice stretch on the side of the hip, which we've strengthened a lot tonight. Do the other side.
Come on back to center. Glide on up. Sit comfortably. Let's do a little side stretch. So you take one hand down, you extend over, nice side stretch. Another side. For those who did the playlist, did the Jack Sparrow come on yet? The Michael Bolton song? It's funny. All right. Yeah. Come back to center. Do one more little thing for the wrists. All right, so watch my hands closely. You bring one arm over, and then you rotate them to face each other and weave the fingers together. And then you pull through and up, and it's a good stretch for the wrist. Sit up tall. Release. Other side. So you bring your arms across like that. Other hand is in front, and you thread through and lift the chest, shoulders low, back. Just remember, if your wrists are sore, you can still participate in the class. You can do planks on the elbows, planks on the knuckles. You're also welcome to skip the planks. I was razzing you a little bit during those long planks. It was just for fun and just to pass the time. Please keep training. You'll get stronger every week. Release the arms there. And skip things that don't work for your body. But most things should be good. You can include enough stuff to still have it be a very valuable training session. Thank you all so much for your effort. I'm sure you were giving it your all, and you just always have to meet yourself where you're at. If your all is more than my instruction, that's good. Do more. If you're doing a lot less, that's fine. Stay motivated. Stay consistent. Also, drink some water. Drink some water. Drink some drinks with a little bit of electrolytes in them, and if you've got a bath, take a hot bath, maybe throw some Epsom salts in there. That's good for your health, good for recovery. Eat good food, sleep well, take care of your loved ones, ask people how they're doing. It's important to check in on people, also check in with yourself, see how you're doing, be good to yourself. And if you're feeling great about this training session we just did, again, this is core conditioning. The next one we'll do is Monday night. We'll do Monday and Wednesday at 6. Then please give me a donation. You can click the links available for donating on PayPal or Venmo, and I appreciate that a lot. If you're not able to give a donation, tell 3 friends at least. Text 3 friends, say, hey, this class is awesome and it's donation based, or click the share or both. Share button so you can share the links, and that works out great for everybody. So people can give a lot, people give a little, or just share. It all works out, and we keep training together. So thank you again. I'll see you next week. Please take yoga. This was not a yoga class, even though we do a lot of stretches that are similar. If you'd like yoga, I'm teaching yoga tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, doing vinyasa at 10:30, and deep hatha yoga, really deep stretching practice at 6. So you can see my schedule online. It's on my website, and I repost it every week, GabrielBenjaminYoga.com or Gabriel Reese Benjamin on Facebook. So please stay in touch with the schedule. As of now, it's going to be the same and keep going week to week as long as classes are not public. So I'm going to turn off YouTube Live now. I think Patrick's on YouTube Live. See you, Patrick and crew. Then I'm going to do the wave to all the Facebook people. Goodbye, YouTube Live.